All right, welcome to Fusion 360. In this video, we're going to learn the basic layout of the Fusion 360 interface and identify the major tools and workspaces you use throughout this course. Fusion 360 is a professional computer-aided design, or also called CAD, software used by engineers, designers, manufacturers to create 3D models, technical drawings, prototypes, and assemblies. Now, before we begin designing, it is important to understand how the workspace is organized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a file to start with. So I'm going to choose this one. So when we first open the main design workspace, you're going to notice that Fusion 360 is organized into several sections that helps engineers create, modify, and manage their designs efficiently. At the very top here, you have what's called the applications bar. Also can be known as the menu bar. So you have the file controls here. You have a save option right here, so you can save your changes. And notice there's a shortcut when you want to save. You can use Control S to save. You have an undo and a redo button. And you have data management tools, such as your data panel. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit better on this. As previously stated, you have your data panel. So when I select that button, it gives me access to the various files. It allows me to manage my files in the cloud storage. Think of this as your engineering cabinet. You can actually create folders to better organize your information. You can create folders within folders. It allows you to access previous designs and also to share files with your teammates. Now, across the top of the workspace, you have your toolbar. And right below each section of tools, you have some of your common tools, such as create, modify, assemble, configure, construct, inspect, insert, and select. Now, these tools are used to build and edit your designs. All right. In the upper left-hand corner, you have your design. This is considered the workspace selector. So if I was to click that button here, it gives me some options here where you can change your workspace. You can change from your design workspace to your generative design, render, animation, simulation, manufacturer, drawing, and electronics workspace. And we also have your browser panel here. So in your browser panel, every time we create a sketch, it would appear right here, and you have the option of making your sketch visible or invisible by clicking that eye tool. You have your bodies, you have your origins, your components will show here, your construction geometry will show here, any joints that you create when you're joining two different components. So what the browser does is it helps keep complex projects organized. So I'm going to close those here. This large area in the background where the project that we're creating will appear is called our canvas. So this is your main workspace where you can create and manipulate 3D models. You will perform most sketching and modeling and editing here in this area. And as you can see, I have a model already created. If you go to your upper right, you have what's called your view cube. The view cube allows you to easily change your different views or angles. So if I click the corner, it gives me more of an isometric point of view, three-dimensional. Then of course you can also view from the side where you can see it two-dimensionally. So in your view cube, it allows you to do the top view, front view, and the right side view. Now, another way in which you can rotate is you can point to your view cube and just drag your view cube around so you can see all your various angles. So if I point to that view cube and hold down my left mouse button, I can turn it. And if I click home, it takes me back to my original isometric view. Now keep in mind, you can set your home view to be any view that you want. And I'll show you how to do that later. Now, at the bottom of the screen here, you have your navigation bar. Oops, let me get that. So down in your navigation bar, you have your zoom, which looks like the little magnifying glass. You have pan, that's the hand. Orbiting. And of course you have your display settings, which is this right here. You can set up your grid and how, do you want your grid lines to appear a ½ inch, a ¼ inch, an ⅛ of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. And you have your viewpoints. Now down at the bottom, you have your timeline. All right, the timeline records every action performed during the design process. Fusion 360 uses what we call parametric modeling, meaning you can go back and edit earlier features without starting over. And parametric modeling allows engineers to make changes quickly and efficiently, and that's something that we're going to do at a later time. We also have our sketch, our sketch environment. So if I was to create a new sketch, it's a bit hard to see here, but you have your various planes right here. So if I was to look at this plane, this is your YZ plane, this front plane. Down here at the bottom is your XZ plane. And this one right here, let me zoom that in. This one right here is considered your XY plane. So XY, this one is your YZ, and this one is your XZ plane. So if I was to choose one of those planes, I just choose this one right here. You have various tools, your toolbar changes to your sketch environment tools. So you have your line tool, you have your rectangle tool, circle tool, arc. Well, actually this is the spline tool. This is, if you want to access your arc tool, you have to go create and come down and find arc right here. So all your tools, there's just not enough room to include all your tools. So in order to access each of your tools, you would have to click create. And as you can see, for some of the tools, it gives you a shortcut key. So if I was just to press the letter R, it'll give me the option of just drawing a 2-point rectangle. So we also have the dimension tool. Now, keep in mind, sketches are the foundation of all of our 3D models. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish that sketch, and it places a new sketch right here, but I don't need that sketch, so I'm just going to delete it. Now, let's go back and examine our toolbar once the sketch is created and finished. So after creating a sketch, you can turn 2D sketches into 3D objects using tools like extrude, revolve. You also have a sweep tool. So if I click create, I can access my sweep tool. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a new design, and I'm just going to choose hybrid design, and I'm going to set the units to inches. So as you can see, I can choose millimeters, centimeters, meters, inches, foot, or I can customize it. So I'm going to click create new. So from there, I'm going to create a sketch, and I'm going to choose the XZ plane. And I'm going to click create, and I want to, let's choose a center point, center rectangle. And I'm going to use my origin, and I'm going to set that to 2 inches, press tab, 2 inches. And so now I have a 2-dimensional drawing here. So I'm going to come over here and finish my sketch. I can finish my sketch by clicking here, or I can click here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert that 2-dimensional drawing into a 3-dimensional. I can come up here and press extrude, or I can just press the letter E, and we're going to make that 2 inches. And so now I have a 3-dimensional model of a cube. Now, some other tools that I have, we go over here to modify. We can create a fillet. And if I was to click modify here, I can create a chamfer, a shell. I can combine 2 different models. So these tools basically help refine and improve models. I have assemblies. Fusion 360 allows engineers to create assemblies. Assemblies are groups of parts that basically work together. And we can group them together by using joints, constraints. Engineers can simulate real-world movement and interaction between components. So we can literally create a part and simulate the movement in Fusion 360. Now, just a pro tip, always save as you go. Now, one good thing is as we create a model, and when you need to make a change or make an improvement, Fusion 360 allows you to save various versions of it. So I'm just going to call this Fusion 360 Intro. And I can click OK. And what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to do File Save As. And what I want to do, I already have a folder for myself here. And let's see, I think I have a folder for Unit 1. I'll call this 1.1. And I'm going to call this let's change it. I'm going to go in a different direction. Intro to Fusion 360. Layout. Now, notice, as I save to a certain location on a certain folder in my cloud drive, it gives me what's called breadcrumbs, okay? So I can see all the various folders in which my file is located. So it's in my first period IED folder, under my name, Unit 1, and I have it saved in the folder called 1.1. I could create a new folder if I would like to, a folder within that folder, or I can create a new project. So I'm going to click Save. And once I give the folder a name, or the file a name, up here in my file title bar, it gives me the name of the project that I just created, and it also places it in what's called my program title bar. So, understanding the layout to Fusion 360 is basically the first step to becoming an effective designer and engineer. As we continue through this course, you will begin using these tools to create your sketches, 3D models, assemblies, your technical drawings, and engineering prototypes. The more familiar you become with the interface, the more efficient and confident you're going to become as a designer.